making no noise, avoiding no decoys. What's good with the people, man? What y'all got going on? You know what I'm talking about, man? Oh, it's a beautiful day out here, man. Brain got too much going on. You know what I'm talking about, man? Just kicking it, man. How y'all doing on this Sympathy Squad Saturday? You say Sympathy Squad Saturday? What you talking about, bruh? Oh, we gonna get into it. But y'all know I ain't even gotta say my shout outs online, man. You know what I'm talking about? But what's good with the people, man? Bruh's live with no jive. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't making no noise. Avoiding all decoys. You know what I'm talking about, man? Avoiding all decoys. Sympathy, Sympathy Squad Saturday, man. I'm out here enjoying life. You know what I'm talking about? Because once you realize you can't, man, you just gonna wake up and go to sleep. And once you realize that, bruh, you know what I'm talking about? Maybe it'll be it'll be easier for you. You get what I'm saying? Like you gonna die one day, bruh. You gonna wake up and you go to sleep. But it seemed like on some real shit. Like when we wake up, we get engulfed in this bullshit in the world, bruh. We get engulfed. And us as motherfucking people, man, we getting more soft and sensitive and all that shit, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? So us as people, all we really want to do is what we want to do. You get what I'm saying? That's all we really want to do. Yes, people, all we really want to do is what we want to do. So say you wanted to jump out a motherfucking window, nigga, and somebody told you that's not a smart thing, nigga, you'll sit there and argue with them. You'll just sit there and argue with them because that's what you want to do. You know what I'm talking about? And they say, bro, why you bring that up? And this is why I bring that up, bro, because when you don't get to do what you want to do, or when you hearing shit you don't want to hear. All right, what's good with it, man? Hey, what's good with it, Russia? I see you, man. I'm back. What's good with the people, though, man? Live with no jive, ain't making no noise, avoiding all decoys, man. Yeah, man, we on this Sympathy Squad Saturday. You say Sympathy Squad Saturday? What you talking about, bro? Oh man, we gonna get into it. Like I say, message retracted. I don't get why was the message retracted. I don't know. But yeah, man, Sympathy Squad. You say, bro, would you go ahead and spit it out? Nigga, today's world, nigga. We live around this motherfucker on the Sympathy Squad. And it become real popular to come up here crying about some shit you done went through. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just never gonna understand this shit, bruh. And they got y'all thinking that that's what real is, nigga. To come up here and tell all these people your business and make something up and all that so you can get some sympathy. These motherfuckers come up here because the thing I don't get is I wouldn't give a fuck what you went through. Whatever you went through, it ain't nothing harder than anybody else went through, bruh. And I just don't get that. I don't get why we try to score off sympathy. You know what I'm talking about, man? All right, my 35C, I don't even know what that means, man, but shout out. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, we come up to this motherfucker crying, and most of the time, if you just listen to the motherfucker that's telling they whatever the fuck they telling, bro, they sitting up here and telling you about a motherfucking decision that they made. You get what I'm saying? And somehow, a nigga or a bitch, it don't even matter, bro. If a nigga chose to stay with a bitch for 20 years and then like, nigga, that's your fault. You don't get sympathy for that. The same for a bitch. The same for a bitch. You know what I'm talking about? And you'll just sit here and connect, cause all the motherfucker gotta do is come with a sob story, nigga. And that shit is ridiculous, bro. And the reason, hey, thank y'all for shooting through. And the reason that the shit is motherfucking ridiculous is because, like, first of all, you don't even know if a motherfucker telling the truth. But it gets sad because you got motherfuckers up here just lying for attention. Just like the Saguni dude, I don't know, talking about the people threw some acid on him or some shit like that, bro. We got too much of that shit going on. So we got everybody around this motherfucker trying to create some old elaborate ass sympathy story, man. You know what I'm talking about? Then there comes the Sympathy Squad. Oh, don't let it be a bitch. Don't let it be a bitch, bro. I swear to God, don't let it be a bitch. Every bitch across the motherfucking world gonna come with the sympathy. Oh, that's so, man. I don't be wanting to hear that shit, bro. From no nigga or no bitch. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, I watched my partner get killed in front of my face. You get what I'm saying? I ain't complaining about that shit, bro. However I feel about it is just how I feel about it, bro. I ain't gonna come up here and try to get sympathy for that shit. Cause that shit don't make no sense to me, bro. It just don't. Ain't nobody went through nothing harder. Motherfucker act like whatever they went through was harder than what the next motherfucker went through. Bro, everybody got their own trials and tribulations and their own story. And like I said, the sympathy squad, bro. So now you come up here, folks, and nigga, you could just create. You could just create a lie, nigga, to get some sympathy. Cause that's what they done showed you to do. You done seen 2 or 3 motherfuckers do that shit, man. Straight line. Bitch in Texas, the Saguni nigga. It's just, you got about 20 cases of that shit, bro. Just like the bitch. Y'all remember the runaway bride? And they found that bitch 3 years later. I mean, not 3 years later. They found that bitch about 3 weeks later. That bitch talking about she got kidnapped from Wildwood City. Man, they found that bitch, bro. That bitch eyes was this motherfucking wide, nigga. You know what I'm talking about, for 3 weeks. Nigga, that bitch went on a motherfucking crystal binge, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That bitch chose to go on a crystal binge on her wedding day. And then they found the bitch acting like she got kidnapped and all. Man, y'all get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. But it's the sympathy story that's gonna get you, that's what's gonna get you credit. That's what's gonna, you come up here, man, bitch talking about she was married for 10 years and all the abuse you took. Man, you ain't took no abuse. Man, I don't be wanting to hear that shit because you could have just walked out the door. And I don't want to hear nan motherfucker talking about, well, it just ain't that easy. Because niggas and bitches have a problem with this when they fucking with a raggedy motherfucker, one way or the other. They have a problem with sitting here saying, but I love him. You know what I'm talking about? Then that's your motherfucking decision. That's your motherfucking decision, man. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. You know what I'm talking about, man? I ain't really giving advice. I'm just telling you, I don't know, from my thing. I ain't really trying to give y'all no advice. If I was gonna give you some advice, my only advice be go find out for yourself. Don't listen to nobody else. Because can't nobody else tell you. Because ain't nobody else living your life. So ain't nobody else, even the people who's giving you advice, even though they might have went through some similar shit, they ain't went through the same shit you gonna go through. You get what I'm saying? Because even when you do go through something, bro, all you can give is the outlook from your perspective. That's all you could do. Like, I got shot, right? Now, I can't come up here and tell you how not to get shot. Because I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I can't sit here and just because I got shot or something, I can tell you, man, you watch out because you're going to get shot. I can't tell you that. You just got to go figure out for yourself. And try to stay out of situations that might get you shot. You know what I'm talking about? But on the sympathy squad Saturday, it's just too much. It's too much of this shit in the world, folks. It's just too much of this shit in the world. Every time you turn around, a motherfucker wants sympathy for some shit they chose to do. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfucker come up here, complain about they bitch, complain about they nigga, complain about they marriage or whatever, and they act like you don't get sympathy for that. Because what I don't get is, you didn't know all this shit before you got married? Because everybody, if you just ask anybody, nigga or a bitch, when it comes down to them, because everything be cool when everybody happy, when it's still all love around this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? When it's still all love around this motherfucker, we posting pictures, you know what I'm talking about? We wearing the same outfits and shit, you know what I'm talking about? We doing all that shit right there. Then as soon as the shit go bad, either the nigga or the bitch come up here and wanna tell you how somebody treated them. I don't be wanting to hear that shit, and the reason is you'll be a goofy motherfucker not to be treated the way you wanted to get treated for as your respect shit, because a lot of y'all are, there's a lot of people in the world, bruh, talking about a marriage and shit, and somebody went broke or some shit, the husband or the bitch, I don't know. I caught the end of this thing, man. But they was like they was married, and then I guess the nigga fell on hard times, or the bitch fell on hard times, whoever they was talking about. Then no, it was the bitch. Then the bitch wanted to leave. She wanted a divorce as soon as the nigga went broke. And for the life of me, I can't figure out what the fuck being broke or having money have to do with a marriage. That ain't what marriage is about. You get it, or it ain't supposed to be what marriage is about. Y'all be running around here talking about that God. It ain't say that in the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, it ain't say that in the Bible. And to say marry somebody and as soon as they go broke or they fall on hard times, that's when you need a divorce to go find somebody else that could provide for you. If you understood that's the most selfish shit nigga in the world, it's minus 35 degrees below zero. I see you, man. This game is 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Firepower. Yo, firepower, man. But I just don't get that shit. Sympathy Squad Saturday. And in this soft ass world out here, man, there's just too much of that shit. A nigga wants sympathy and a pat on the back. A nigga want a hug for a decision they done chose. You done married somebody or you done fuck with somebody and you done stood around these motherfuckers for 20 years enduring hella punishment. And then on the 21st year, you talking about you got the strength to leave. Get the fuck up out of there. You had your reasons for staying, whatever it was. Whatever it was, some money, some dick, whatever it was. You had your reasons for staying around for 21 years because you could have just left. You know what I'm talking about? And this shit is getting, it's just all over the place, bro. You ever see a motherfucker, I don't know, something happening to something, and these motherfuckers be acting like they in hella danger, but they on live complaining about something? Like the bitch that had that big ass knot on her eye, you know what I'm talking about? She get on live talking about they just jumped there and did all this shit, but you on live, man, that shit don't make no sense. You must can't be in that much danger. You must can't because you got on your phone and went live. You could have called for help. You know how much shit you got to do before you actually go live and shit, nigga. You got to put up a title, nigga. You got to do hella shit, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, you got to do hella shit to go live, bruh. If you was really in danger, you could have been called the fire department, the ambulance, or somebody. I don't be believing that shit because the whole world is just about attention now. And a nigga will go anywhere in any way to get attention, man. Y'all remember that nigga came up here a few years back on the internet playing, man, talking about he done gave a nigga some head and something, bruh. Like you'll really come up here and do some shit like that, bruh, for 15 seconds of fame, bruh. You niggas something straight out of comic book. Yeah, y'all something straight out of comic book, bruh. You'll come up here, nigga, and say some shit like that out your mouth as a man like it's funny or something to go viral, bruh. You niggas done lost all your dignity, bruh. Lost all your dignity, all your motherfucking integrity, and all that shit, man. And then you niggas will turn right around with a straight face, bruh, and act like you standing on something, bruh. On the computer. That shit bemuses me, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You say you want to move to America? Is it worth it? I don't know, bruh. I couldn't tell you. You feel me? You'll just have to move there and gauge it yourself. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what you like. You would have to come here yourself to see if you like it. I don't know. It's cool to me. I ain't never really lived nowhere in no other country though. You know what I'm talking about? But while I've been here, it's been cool. You feel me? Yeah, it's been cool while I've been here. I wouldn't advise you try to get on a plane with a vape pen. You know what I'm talking about? I wouldn't advise that, but I don't know, bro. Come see for yourself. They say it's the some shit, the land of the free, home of the brave, and all that shit right there. I don't know, bro. But on the sympathy squad, bro, we just need to cut it out. I ain't gonna bullshit to you, man. We just need to cut it out. Cause I'm so tired of hearing sob stories. I am. Cause you ever notice motherfucker only tell a sob story like when they want, like, from since I've been living, bro, the motherfuckers who do this shit right here, and that shit just all over the world now. Because people like, I told y'all, they just see what's, they play number games with you. They see what catches. They see what catches. You know what I'm talking about? So whatever, then got a bunch of numbers this week, or you know what I'm talking about? That's what everybody do. It's just like a basketball, like how everybody copied the Warrior style. Now you got a million motherfuckers that play like the Warriors, even though they not the Warriors. You know what I'm talking about? With all that run and gun and all that shit, bruh. And you see everybody just starting to repeat that shit. But it don't make no sense. It don't. Not to me anyway. You gotta realize that too. I'm telling you, you ain't gotta agree with me. But that shit's sad, folks. That shit's sad as a motherfucker, bruh. And it's just creating the world of that shit, folks. To where you got little kids now trying to use some sympathy shit. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't even live long enough. But you want some motherfucking sympathy. You better sit your motherfucking ass down some motherfucking where. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all probably won't agree with my motherfucking thoughts because I think different, bro. I do. I think different. But I've always noticed since I was little, bro, motherfuckers only bust that sympathy shit out like when they was either in trouble or didn't want to deal with something. That's the only time the sympathy shit come out. I ain't never seen them same motherfuckers with that sympathy. Like when they want to go do something, like I don't never see them say like a motherfucker say they got abused by their parents. Have you ever noticed that shit only like I said, it only comes out when you get caught or you don't want to deal with something. Like you use this for your get out of jail free card. You feel what I'm saying? But you never hear a motherfucker use one of them. You never heard a motherfucker let that story, that saying my parents used to beat me and all that shit. I don't know what you've seen. I've never seen a person use that from stopping them to do some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Like my parents used to beat me, so I'm like, I don't know, I can't just tell you to use it for motivation, but that shit should be motivation, bro. So you're not the same person. That shit should be motivation for you to change yourself. But I ain't never heard a motherfucker say that. Or my parents was on drugs or something. I ain't never heard a motherfucker say that before they did something they wanted to do. I ain't never seen them let that shit stop them from doing some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? You ain't never heard no bitch say, my parents was on drugs, you know what, so I ain't gonna even go to the club tonight. They don't use it for shit like that, you know what I'm talking about? No, they gonna go to the club, and then if they get caught, they gonna come back. That's when they gonna tell you about their childhood. But they didn't let their childhood stop them from going to the club. You get what I'm saying? That's just a thing, a club. But it'll be anything, folks. I just use that as an example. I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen a person who be sitting around trying to use that shit for an excuse, use that shit for an excuse to do good. I ain't never seen a motherfucker say my parents was on drugs, so I'm not going to use drugs. I mean, I'm sure they got them out there, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. I ain't never, me, once again, I'm talking about me also. I ain't never seen nobody do that, bro. I ain't never seen nobody say, you know what, my parents used to beat me, so I'm not gonna go hard on my kids like that. Actually, I have. I seen my sister Marcellus do that, and my sister Dolores. I seen my sister Marcellus and my sister Dolores do that. Cause that nigga Ernest popped the shit out of his little grandson. That nigga Ernest didn't used to play. Hey, bullshit with you. All that sympathy, the sympathy squad, you couldn't fuck with Ernest, man. Ernest would knock the shit out you about some discipline. You know what I'm talking about? But Marcellus, I guess she remembered the whoopings they used to get when they was little, and she made a conscious decision that she wasn't gonna whoop her son. But Ernest was trying to tell him that ain't gonna do him no good. Like, men need discipline. And I think they do, bruh. Now, y'all might call me stupid or whatever, bruh, but like, you gotta have that shit when you young, folks. You need discipline, bruh. Because if you don't, you gonna grow up like the people of the day. That's why the kids gonna get younger and younger. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna understand it till the motherfucking 5-year-olds running around here talking like Stephen A. Smith. What, mom? You know what I'm talking about? Preposterous and all that shit right there. A little 5-year-old hollering at the grown-ups. Y'all ain't gonna get it to them. You not. But the motherfuckers need discipline. Because if you don't, it's just gonna, I'm telling you, bro, we done already created a world of no accountability. You can do whatever you want to, then say whatever you want to say. I am not bullshitting with you. But on the Sympathy Squad Saturday, folks, man, I don't know about you. I'm just tired of hearing that shit, bro. I am. I'm tired of hearing that shit. You can't come tell me about no, you just can't come tell me and explain nothing to me like you a victim of some shit you chose, bro. That don't make no sense. And I swear to God, bro, when I was little and I kept on going to jail and shit, that's all I heard, folks. That's all I heard. You the one to put yourself in there, that's all I heard. I ain't bullshitting with you. That's the first thing a motherfucker, you the one that did it, don't cry about it now. They quick to tell you that shit when you go to jail, folks. And that's a nigga really taking a risk. You know what I'm talking about? About his business. That's a nigga taking an actual risk about his business, bro. You get what I'm saying? Now motherfucker just cry when it don't go their way. You don't never hear a motherfucker crying until they either mad or the shit don't go their way. You never hear nothing You never hear nothing. You never hear nothing other than that, folks. You don't. You don't never hear a motherfucker cry when it's good, bruh. You only hear a motherfucker crying and trying to blame shit, bruh, when they either mad or it didn't go their way. Then we gotta bring out the sympathy squad shit. You need to be sorry for me, and man, y'all crazy as a motherfucker, bruh. But I told y'all they got y'all weird because everything is like a skit now. So you can come up here and stage events and shit, looking like we really fighting. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all ain't got that yet. All these motherfuckers doing all this shit on camera, bro. That shit don't make no sense, bro. And y'all don't think that shit a skit? You know what I'm talking about? We brandishing hammers on camera and shit. We body slamming people. We getting everything on camera. You be crazy as a motherfucker, bro. And y'all think this shit is real? That's an assault, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's an assault, bro. Niggas recording crimes on camera. And niggas just running around here hitting niggas in the head with shit, just doing hella shit, bro. And you think that that shit ain't no stage event. Alright. And that's what I'm telling you, bro. And they be talking about all this, because y'all goofy to me, bro. Y'all will sit up here and talk about all these drill rappers and all the rappers and the music, how the music got the, nah, bro, these podcasts got these motherfuckers fucked up, bro. Because these the motherfuckers, all these goofy ass motherfuckers, y'all done put in a position of power on this motherfucker, bro. This who the kids watching. While motherfuckers around here yelling at each other and y'all hero, y'all crazy as a motherfucker, bro. And this is what the kids watching. Motherfuckers hitting motherfuckers in the head with shit. Now, how long do you think it's gonna be before they reenacting some shit that was fake from the jump, and they reacting it in the real life? You only gonna get a fake ass result, bro, in real life. Cause you can't do that, bro. It's just like kids going to school trying wrestling moves on each other. When that shit fake as a motherfucker, these niggas know how to fall and all that shit, bro. When you go try to do that shit at school, you gonna fuck around and break somebody's leg or arm or something, bro. You gonna hurt somebody. Cause that shit fake from the jump. You won't get it though. But yeah, man, this motherfucking sympathy squad, man, Saturday. I am tired of that shit right there, man. I am. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Cause motherfuckers done made a conscious decision and this and this and that and this. Bro, whatever you did, folks. You don't really get to cry about it. You don't, bro. I told you, you know how much trouble I done been in my life, nigga. You know how many times, nigga, I just had to take one for the team, nigga. I ain't had to take one for the team, nigga. I just got integrity. I didn't have to do shit. But I know what game I'm in, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? I know what game I'm in. Just like y'all be knowing before you get in trouble. Then all of a sudden, you crying. You out here peddling dope or playing with guns and all that shit. You get caught with a gun now. You can't hold up to your responsibility. So now you ain't finna stay in jail. Like, man, I ain't finna stay in jail for them niggas. You ain't staying in jail for no niggas. You staying in jail for what you did. Ain't nobody else put you in jail. Do you speak Russian? No, I don't speak Russian. I don't speak Russian. I just speak English. Yeah, man, sympathy squad. Sympathy squad, man. Motherfuckers sit right here. They live their life. If they strike it rich, you ain't gonna never hear nothing from them. If they make out good, you ain't gonna never hear nothing from them. It's only when a motherfucker fail at doing something or they get mad. You know what I'm talking about? Because what motherfuckers is real good for today is watching you and getting mad. You know what I'm talking about? They'll watch you and get mad in life. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, they'll watch you post your pictures and get mad. And you won't even know it, bruh. And the motherfucker will be over there because the motherfucker will just deem that you did something to him. Not that you just act, not actually that you did something to him. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will just deem you did something to him. You get what I'm saying? Sympathy squad shit, folks. Motherfucker, like, you ain't did nothing. You told the motherfucker no. And the motherfucker turned your no into what they wanted it to mean. Oh, motherfucker acting like that, watch this. You know what I'm talking about? Because the motherfucker told you no. And that's what these computers, that's what they training you to do now, bruh. They training you to sit around here like a little ass bitch, nigga, trying to play get back with people. You know what I'm talking about? You probably don't. But like I said, bro, you bring yourself to this computer. So you can't tell me nothing different. You can't. You bring yourself to this computer, bro. Wherever you go, there you are. Because in life, bro, ain't nobody holding you back. You holding yourself back. You is. You holding yourself back, man. Ain't nobody did nothing to you. Ain't nobody else the reason why you can't get up off your ass. It ain't, bro. You hold yourself back. And we good for coming up to this motherfucker trying to explain how somebody did us wrong. Man, let me tell you something. You stuck around somewhere, you stay around somewhere 15, 20 years, bruh. Listen, bruh, you did your motherfucking self wrong. You did. And this is what's wrong with you goofy motherfuckers now. There's any of that shit, motherfuckers talking about relationships, marriage, nigga, any of that shit, bruh. Do y'all realize y'all only be saying you want the relationship, you want the marriage? That's all y'all be saying. You want the relationship, you want to be married, you want to be in a relationship. You ain't never once said that I'm prepared to do the things that I need to do even to have this shit. Because that's not important to y'all. That's why so many divorces, because you motherfuckers barely liked each other before you even locked in. Nigga, y'all ain't got nothing straight. Nothing straight, bro. You just sitting around arguing all the time. You know what I'm talking about? Then when it's cool, the motherfucker just bust out and say, I want to get married. That's the goofiest shit in the world. Before you even get married, nigga, now this is a suggestion, nigga, I suggest you live with somebody like 5 years, nigga, 3 years, nigga. You motherfuckers be living in different places, bro, that ain't even live with each other yet, bro, and get married. Because both of y'all had your own spots. Then y'all go meet up at the altar. Then you get up in there, you realize that, you just be realizing this nigga, leave toothpaste everywhere out his mouth when he brushing his teeth. You'll see the bitch leaving wigs and all this hair and shit everywhere, and that shit'll irritate the fuck out you. But you done already married this bitch. You done already married this nigga. Now you just sitting there stuck. Cause y'all make everything else instead of what marriage is really for, on some real shit. I'm telling you, I just heard a motherfucker say today about some broke, like, be having money or not having money shouldn't have nothing to do with no marriage, bruh. That just shows you motherfuckers out here getting married, nigga and bitches, for the next motherfucker to take care of you. Nigga, you ain't looking for no motherfucking, you ain't even looking for marriage, bruh. Y'all be playing with each other, trying to get half or something. Y'all be trying to hit a lick. You know what I'm talking about? Then turn around and act like somebody done did nothing to you, something to you, man. Ain't nobody did nothing to you, man. You did that shit to yourself, folks. You can't come up in here and sit down and be having a motherfucking, well, you might have had a one-night stand or something, but y'all be doing all that shit to get pregnant. Whichever went on, bro, y'all be doing all that shit. Then when you pregnant, here come the complaints. That shit crazy as a motherfucker to me. It is. Like a motherfucker left you with a bitch, you left yourself with a baby. That shit is just common sense, bro. You realize if you start fucking on somebody, bro, that there's a possibility that you could get pregnant, then you act like it was the nigga fault. Or it was something else other than you wanting to fuck. And y'all act like niggas and bitches. Y'all be trying to sit here and talk about the baby was a mistake. How the fuck was a baby mistake when you planned on fucking? That don't make no sense. But we've been getting away with shit like that for so long, saying shit like that and just using excuses. I'm just a man. You know why motherfuckers say that? Because they can't really explain the question you just asked them. That's why motherfuckers say little shit like that. Oh, everybody do it. Nah, man, because the question you ever asked them for them to answer you, they couldn't explain it. They couldn't articulate because they don't even know. It's just like a motherfucker arguing you about the Bible who never read it. Because we've been passed down so much of this bullshit from generation to generation, nigga. You just, that shit, it's a brainwashing, folks. It's just in your head. Just like the Bible. I don't fuck with the Bible, man. If you tell somebody that, they be appalled. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That shit goofy to me. I keep telling you, nigga. Y'all expect me to go by the book the white man gave you. Now, the white man supposedly had kidnapped us and did all this shit, right? But we gon', man, y'all goofy, bruh. But we gonna keep the book. Everything else he did was just, it was scum. It was just low. You know what I'm talking about, and all that shit. He ain't no good. They ain't did nothing but destroyed and all that shit. But still, you accept the book he gave you. That don't make no sense, bruh. And you ain't even got no logical shit to tell me. You just heard me say I don't fuck with the Bible. So you gonna start anoint me the devil and all that shit right there. But you can't even answer that. And that's what be funny to a nigga like me. When I ask you that, you can't even answer that. You just gonna deflect and do something else and start talking about what God said, bruh. I told you, you know what I realized a long time ago when I used to have to read the Bible and go to church. Baby cuz was in a choir, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Hey, nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Hey, what's up, bro? Old lady. You know what I'm talking about? Baby cuz was in the choir, man. I done had to do all that shit as a youngster. Used to go to the mosque right there across the street from Fremont, over there around that 55th Foothill area, man. I had to do all that shit. I had to do all that shit, bro. So I got a little bit of knowledge of all that shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? And the part that caught me a long time ago when I was just that little, man, was, and that, I don't know what part it was, nigga, but in that motherfucking Bible, it says, God says don't trust man. Man wrote the Bible. You know what I'm talking about? I never forget that, bro. Way back then, that just didn't make no sense to me. Don't trust man, but man wrote the Bible. God told you don't trust man. You ain't got no explanation for that one either. You gonna tell me what they meant, even though that's exactly what it said in the Bible. So you gonna tell me what God meant. Y'all goofy as a motherfucker. Matter of fact, and I do believe in God. I'm not one of them people that don't believe in God. I know it's a God. I know it's some kind of higher power, you know what I'm talking about? So I pray, I believe in God, I do. But at the same time, I believe in myself also. So I'm just not gonna release like I'm finna be sitting around on this motherfucker waiting for a sign or something from a higher power about what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna use my own common sense like the higher power gave me to use at that point. I'm gonna pray every morning, nigga, but I'm gonna be on some other shit as well. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna be on some other shit as well. But this shit don't make no sense. It don't. Sympathy Squad Saturday, man. Cause I'm gonna ask you. Now I know we be thanking God and all that shit when we be having miracles. The other thing I think is funny as hell, because when it goes bad, you don't even associate that with God. Anything going bad in your life, you associate that with the devil. Even though it could still be God, that could be God giving you your karma, but you don't believe that. Because in your head, you ain't did nothing wrong. Because when your karma around, you don't know what it's for, because let you tell it you ain't did nothing to nobody. We have some of the most fucked up ways in these days right here, bruh. I ain't never seen people behave this way. We have the most fucked up ways in any generation I've ever been in. In the ones today we have, bruh, people that lost their motherfucking mind. People looking for the excuse. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't what I actually did. We looking for the excuse. I'm telling you, I could tell you why I did it. I could sit here and tell you about a baby mama or a baby daddy and all this shit, even though this was the person you was fucking. And you could come here and try to tell a million ways how a motherfucker did you wrong. And I just find that hard to believe, because you could have just left. But hold on, let me guess. You love them. That don't make no sense, bruh. That don't make no sense at all. Because what we really be doing, we be knowing it's bad. We be knowing that it's hella bad, in fact. You know what I'm talking about? But whatever is keeping you around, you let that override your common sense. Might be pussy, might be dick, might be some head, but you know what I'm talking about? Whatever it was, bruh, That was the reason you stayed around when you know shit wasn't right. So that's lightweight on you, bro. You can't blame nobody else for what you wanted to do. But now that's all we do. Yeah, now that's all we do. We sit around and we cry about shit we chose to do. Sympathy squad. And now that we see it's a popular subject, we'll come up here and be so low and so motherfucking unethical and shit. Motherfuckers that come up here, bitches and shit, come up here lying like they done got molested and shit as a little kid. And that's fucked up because you really have had people go through that shit in real life. And you will sit up here and do all this shit to try to create some attention, bruh. Just like the white bitch that went and got the little black baby, man, and gave the baby 90 motherfucking operations the baby didn't even need. Notice the white bitch went and adopted a black baby though. She didn't adopt a white baby to go do that shit too. Not that it would have mattered, it because it's still a low ass. That shit is just like, you have to be low as fuck, bruh. You have to be low as fuck. And this is why I'm telling you myself how I know people don't believe in that Bible or that God stuff like that, bruh. Because you can't believe in God, go adopt a fucking baby, bruh, and go give it a million motherfucking operations that it don't need for your attention. You can't believe in God, bruh. Because if you believe in God, you would be scared to death to do some shit like that. Because if you believe God, you probably believe the moment you did that shit, man, he was gonna zap you. You know what I'm talking about? But we don't, bruh. We just be repeating that shit. Because we don't be scared to do shit. If we really believe that shit, you'll be scared to death, nigga. If you believe that Bible, you'll be scared to death to smoke a cigarette. You'll be scared to death to smoke some weed, snort some of that powder. You know what I'm talking about? Shoot some of that heroin, drink some of that. Nah, you probably drink because you'll come up with the rationalization that that God turned water to wine. So you'll probably drink. But all that other shit you wouldn't be doing, bro. You'll be scared to death to do it. Because if you believe in God, you'll believe as soon as you sin, you're going to get punished. That's what you believe. That's what you would believe if you really believed in God and all that Bible stuff like that, bro. But you don't. We've been brainwashed with that shit just because the old people passed that shit down. Because they was closer to that motherfucking slave era. Black History Month. This ain't even Black History Month. I got to give y'all a few more though before Black History Month get up out of here, man. So, I don't know. I try to see who I'm because I'll be having to remember who really, like, the people just done forgot. Because the people will forget you real quick. Real quick. But out here on this motherfucking thing we call Earth, bro, we goofy. From the church people to the motherfuckers like me to the other, we goofy, bro. I told you I ain't one of them woke conscious niggas, whatever. I know them niggas looking at me saying this dumbass nigga, but it's alright. There's one thing I do know though. You know what I'm talking about? When I'm living this motherfucker, I'm not letting none of that shit stop me, nigga. Not no motherfucking Bible verse, not what they said. Nah, I don't do it like that, bruh. I'm gonna take my consequences full head on, nigga. Whatever happened, I'm gonna find out for myself whether I should have did it or didn't. Or shouldn't have, nigga. I'm not listening to none of that other shit, nigga, to direct me in any motherfucking direction. I'm not. I'm gonna take the love I got for myself, the faith I got in myself, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm pushing with that, bruh. Because what I've also noticed is they've been preaching that shit for years and ain't nothing changed, bruh. The Bible ain't never changed shit on earth, bruh. All our people still in poverty. We fucked up, bruh. So that Bible ain't changed shit. Ain't religion, period. Ain't none of that shit changed shit. It ain't, bruh. That shit some more game and like, that shit just some more game, bruh. And you'll go till you realize the church is a non-profit organization, don't you? You realize that, don't you? Man, them people over there whooping y'all up top of y'all head. Not everybody, because you do got some good churches out here that give back to the people. But if you don't believe them people up in that motherfucker for they hustle, you crazy as a motherfucker, bruh. You crazy as a motherfucker. You mean to tell me all I got to do is tell these people something every Sunday, once a week, and they gonna come pay their tithes and that? Like, I ain't never got that, bruh. Like, people actually be thinking they finna get their tithes to God, or God see them pay they tithes or something. Like, I don't know, bruh. You can pay tithes without giving it to that church, bruh. You can give somebody that shit that need it. Well, a homeless person or something, bruh. There's a million ways to pay tithes. You don't even need money to pay tithes, nigga. You don't, nigga. You can pay tithes with your time. But everybody associate everything with money, folks. They finna have y'all fucked up in a minute. But all you bitches, I'm telling you, y'all finna be fucked up in a minute. Y'all is. Cause they finna start laying y'all ass, they finna start laying y'all ass off too. I'm telling you. Nigga, this nigga, this shit finna be sick. Y'all sitting out there talking about, see how independent your ass be when that motherfucking unemployment run out. You always gonna try to get some get right then. I'm telling you. And I don't wish that on nobody. I really wish everybody could just be rich. Y'all are still hate. Y'all can have all the money in the world and you'll still be the same way you is, man. Sympathy squad. And motherfuckers be trying to tell me this, tell me that, man. Check this out. What'd you say, Brent? I don't even be looking at this shit. We'll break through. We'll break through. We'll live. Oh yeah, man. You always gonna live. All you gotta do is keep going to sleep and waking up. That's the most important thing, man. It's lasting. It's lasting. But they just turning y'all into Sagoonies. The niggas, they just turning the world soft. Y'all, or they didn't gave y'all the they didn't gave y'all the method to turn y'all self soft. The hell. Told you motherfucker asked me why I make so many videos, bruh, so I gotta have something to watch myself, bruh. On some real shit. Cause I know I ain't the only one tired of that shit. Last night when I was finna go to sleep laying on down, man, I was checking my phone out. And there wasn't nothing on that motherfucker, bruh. Every podcast on that motherfucker was talking about the same little 3 or 4 issues going on in the world. Every podcast in America, bruh. You feel me? And the way that shit, I was just burnt out last night. That's why I'm glad I made that long ass, if y'all ain't watching my long ass video with my music on that motherfucker, man, go check me out. Forgotten Files Friday it is, man. Or it was. Go check me out, man, if you ain't never heard some of my older music, man. Bro, go from then to now. Bro, always gonna go. You know what I'm talking about? On some real shit, ain't nothing on there, bruh. You got a million motherfucking stations talking about the same shit, bruh. So you got a million people talking about the same motherfucking story, just giving you their opinion on it. And don't nobody know what really happened. Y'all something straight out of the comic book, bruh. Y'all something straight out of the comic book. And that shit get like old. So I can see that shit burning out. I can. That shit burned me out last night. That's why I'm glad I made that long ass video. I kept going back and listening to myself, bruh. Cause all that other shit was just that other shit. You know what I'm talking about? Just a million motherfuckers instigating somebody else's business. And y'all don't have a problem with that. Just like the fat ass nerd nigga academics. And y'all really don't have a problem with that. Y'all don't, and y'all be having the nerves to talk about the music. Like that's the only thing influencing the people. No, it's all the behaviors of these bitch ass niggas. Y'all following these nerds. That's how they twist the game up from them. Y'all got all these niggas that come up there with hella tattoos and shit and acting like they gang banging and all this old shit, bruh. And they got these niggas in front of y'all talking about niggas babies and shit. Like that shit goofy as fuck, bruh. And they got the people emulating that shit. But y'all ain't got no problem with shit like that. A fat ass nigga ain't gonna do nothing but call the police, bruh. But he gonna start a whole motherfucking war. You get what I'm saying? And that's all y'all do. Y'all sit around here and instigate shit. Like little assholes. Ooh. And motherfuckers don't have a problem with that. That's how you know a lot of you niggas desire to just be like your mama. On some real shit. That shit just, I don't know, it don't make no sense to me. As no man. And just like I said, bro, everybody gonna have their own opinion, folks. Everybody gonna have their own opinion, bro. But once again, that's barbershop conversation or something around your house, bro. You know what I'm talking about? That shit ain't for national TV, bro. Nah, that shit don't be for national TV, folks. It don't. It don't. And it just like amazes me. Once again, like especially the people with cases, fighting cases and shit. How loose lippy a motherfucker just come up here, bro, and be in the motherfucker legal affairs, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. That shit crazy, bro. It's like motherfuckers so much in the rush to be like a little ass bitch and bump their gums. They don't even understand the. Hey, what's good with it? Meow. I see you, meow. Motherfuckers don't even Can I even get in my chat? No, I don't know. Fuck it, I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, man, like you just don't understand, bruh. Y'all just so motherfucking happy to. I don't even know, bruh. I can't even begin to imagine. But you would sit right there, man, and be chopping up a nigga case, bruh. Not even understanding that, like, these people be needing people to stay out their business so they'll have a shot at freedom again, bruh. But niggas don't care, bruh. Niggas don't give a fuck. Cause you niggas training yourselves to be Sagoonies, nigga. You can say what you want to, bruh. There's only Sagoonies act like that. Do you realize this? And I'm finna throw something in the air that y'all probably ain't never even tripped off of. You notice when you be seeing all these Sagoonies around here, you know what I'm talking about, running around, especially the our people. Do you realize you don't see no old our people Sagoonies? You don't be seeing no old. You might see a few of them here and there, but you don't see hella old Sagoonies. You don't. You see hella young Sagoonies. So you know what that tells you? That's this generation right here, man. This is all this old, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's on these, bruh. You go around anywhere, bruh, you gonna see a few of them, but you ain't gonna see hella old our people Sagoonies. You just not. Digital Dre, hey, what's good with it, man? I see you. You just not, bruh. You ain't gonna see hella our people old Sagoonies. All the motherfuckers gonna be hella young, bruh. Or not hella young, but young, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Like in their early 30s on down, bruh. Like younger, bro, because that shit just started. More and more people, bro. Anything they put in your face, bro, it'll fucking do something to your brain, bro. Make you curious. On some real shit. Why you think they got that shit on Sesame Street, bro? What's even the point for Sigourney to be on Sesame Street? What's the point, bro? Then they gonna try to play it off so you get, man, y'all crazy as a motherfucker, bro. That ain't no point, bro. Kids can't even buy cigarettes and shit until they 18 and alcohol until they 21 and shit. These motherfuckers out here getting sex changes at 9 years old. That really don't make no sense, bro. And like I said, I don't have nothing against the sexually different than nobody, bro. I'm just saying, you can't tell me that a kid mind is developed to make a decision. So they can get a sex change, but that same kid couldn't go buy a pack of Cools. That don't make no sense. Yeah, that don't make no sense. It don't make no sense to me. 304, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, that's hella funny, man. They done took the word up off the blade and put it on the internet. They running around talking about if she's a 304. Man, y'all crazy as a motherfucker, bro. And y'all don't even say 4, y'all say 4. You know what I'm talking about? She's a 304. He's so straight out of comic book, man. But yeah, man, Sympathy Squad is like, if it's one thing, just man, I get tired of that, bro. I'm telling you. And that shit just drifted in the world. So now everybody communicate like that. It ain't never what you did. It's the reason why you did it, bruh. See, I ain't never been the one to ask a nigga why. You know what I'm talking about? I told you I was in jail. OGs dropped that game off on me a long time ago, man. But they was talking about a bitch. They was like, bruh, don't never ask no bitch why. It don't even matter why. You feel me? But that's just with people. What's the point of asking somebody why they did it? You get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck why you did it. The problem came in when you did it. You, like, I'm telling you, y'all just don't. That's like somebody walking up to you, slapping the shit out you and say, "Oh, you the wrong person." I told y'all that happened to my Uncle Nunny. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga came and hit that nigga over the head with a stick, a pipe or something, right? Bust that nigga smooth in his motherfucking head. And then there bust that nigga head wide open. You know what I'm talking about? Wide open. That nigga Nunny went down in one lead. When Nunny came up like this holding his head, dude said that he was like, "Oh man, you ain't even him." I told you nigga Nunny said, "No, I'm him." I'm him. Nunny went over there and whooped that nigga ass. Nigga, you hit a nigga in the head with a stick talking about, "Oh, you ain't even him, my bad, bro." That shit don't make no sense. It don't. But we gotta cut it out, y'all. I mean, you ain't gotta do shit. But that's how we get to today, folks. I ain't bullshitting with you. Sympathy Squad, folks. Everybody now niggas just creating sympathy stories. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga just create sympathy story, bruh. Nigga just come up here, he'll have a birthmark or something. That nigga try to create a story like his mama burnt him with an iron like Penny off Good Times or something. Then he'll be sitting around talking about some traumatic event that never happened, folks, just to get some damn views. We crazy as shit with that. And I like, I ain't never, and I mean I ain't never lived to where your perception of real, or you think you keeping it real with people you don't know, is coming up here telling your business. For some reason you got that in your head because it's real. You know, then why everybody ain't doing it? Then when they come do that shit, it's fake. They done created up some trauma they done went through. They really had a good life when they was young. Y'all something straight out of comic book, folks. Sympathy Squad Saturday. And then as soon as a motherfucker come with one of these old crybaby ass stories about what somebody else done did to them, here come all the people. The same thing y'all did with that bitch that was ejecting her, putting saline in her face and shit. Bitch talking about she got hit with a brick and all that old dumbass shit. And all that shit is staged. All that shit was a fucking skit. Y'all actually think of a black bitch at that, even though she wasn't even black. She was from, I don't know. She's something else like Somalian or some shit like that. She was just walking around slapping white people, then able to twerk. There ain't nobody called the police on that bitch. Man, please, bruh. Please, bruh. And that bitch just sitting there after she done slapped the motherfucker. Man, please. An old white person at that, man, please, bro. He realized that shit was in real life, man. That bitch would have had all kind of old people enhancements and shit. That bitch would be in the penitentiary somewhere, bro. But y'all don't use y'all mind. And that's how they got y'all trapped. Because a lot of shit they springing in front of your face ain't even real, bro. This shit is staged, it's skits. Niggas is actually, before they turn their camera on, then already talked about what they gonna do. But we gonna make it look real. Y'all just seen the other motherfucker y'all done deemed the black people leader. Y'all just seen that shit. Motherfuckers in the background talking about, no, we got to make it look real. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all done turned fake into the new real. And y'all the ones running around here trying to, like, y'all get to say what's real and what's not real now. But that's the shit y'all call real. Motherfuckers sitting here before they even turned their camera on, they came up with a whole WWF script for y'all motherfucking ass, and y'all just eat that shit up. This shit ain't nothing but, all this shit is cheaters now. Remember how cheaters used to come up with all them fake ass scripts? That's all this shit is now. But they got your goofy ass in the real world thinking this shit real. So now you trying to reenact this shit. Now all the motherfucking people got the ways of these fake ass niggas on social media. That's crazy, bruh. That's a motherfucker. And you still gonna be sitting around talking about that Bible and what God got for you. You gotta have something for yourself. You also know that's how you get blessed, don't you? You can't just sit around and wait on God. You can't. Ain't nothing wrong with praying to him. But you can't just pray and sit down, man. You're gonna have to pray and put in some effort. You're gonna have to do something. That's how you're gonna get blessed. You ain't gonna never get blessed if you don't put in no effort. You ain't, bruh. And even when you do get blessed by you not putting in no effort, you just gonna fuck your blessing off hella quick. Cause you just don't understand how to live. Say, bro, you gonna tell somebody they don't understand how to live? Cause y'all don't. Y'all live by following people. So these people got y'all all out your these people just got you buying shit you don't even want. You just buying this shit because you see the next motherfucker with it. Like when a motherfucker bought a belt to steal SAG. What sense did that make? Y'all still do that shit a little bit. You running around here with all that designer on and shit. You done bought a belt just to SAG. Oh, ladies would have slapped the shit out you in the back head when I was coming up. That would have been the dumbest shit to them, that you bought a belt and you still sagging. But we live off this sympathy shit today, y'all. We do. Especially men. And I'm gonna keep on reiterating that. Because there should be no reason for a nigga to want no sympathy. You know what I'm talking about? It shouldn't. A nigga shouldn't be sitting around playing no kind of victim talking about what a nigga done did to you. It ain't. But this is what we continuously do as men. You just sitting around this motherfucker talking about how somebody done did you wrong. Just like the bitch. The niggas, man, every time you turn away, man, I promise you, I got that shit up off my phone. It took me a while to do it too, cause there's so much of that shit. I got that shit up off my phone, bro. I'm so tired of sitting around. Nigga, my video then went off, nigga. I'm thinking another one finna come on, and they go to this big ass congregation with all these so-called motherfucking life gurus, relationship gurus, bruh. I mean, a motherfucker could tell you some good advice, bruh. I ain't saying that, man. But you shouldn't need a motherfucker to tell you nothing. You shouldn't, bruh, because I'm just, man, I see weird shit. Like grown ass people talking to little ass kids and shit, bruh. And I'm not even saying that the kid's not smart or not, because the motherfucker could be smart, but like, you just shouldn't have to know that, bruh. I mean, I have to know that. Like, and it ain't even that they was talking to the kids. Cause say a motherfucking kid could be a motherfucking business expert and you don't know nothing about business. You can actually learn that from the kid because the kid know about business. But what you gotta realize, even the nigga could be the smartest kid in the world, bro. Do you realize you just programmed him? So he's saying a bunch of shit he don't even understand yet. You get what I'm saying? It's just like a kid reading the book hella good. He can recite the book. But if the book was about some shit that he ain't never been through, I can't explain it, bro. I can't explain it, but it's just like that young preacher. But if it like it's some kind of business sense or just something else that you don't know, but like a kid can't tell you about life. They can't. Now they could give some game and they can see something, they can say something slick in here, but a kid ain't gonna be able to tell you about life. He could tell you something that like you went to school and you learned it. Or somebody just taught to you. You could just recite that back, but like you ain't even qualified for a lot of that shit because you don't know. You don't know because you ain't even been through it. You just read a book and you know what it said in the book. This is how you get along and communication and all that shit. It's just like a psych. That's why I ain't never liked psychs. They gonna say, bro, you seen a psych? No, you know how you got to take all that deuce program and trust program ass shit in jail. Because they reading out a book, bro. They telling you some shit it say do in a book, bro. Which that book don't have all the other variables of shit that could happen, folks. Because that book, like the way they read that shit and they acting like it's just A and B, it really don't go like that in real life. Because real life shit happen. Of course, it said you shouldn't get mad. Step back for 5 minutes and hold your breath. And the psych could tell you some shit like that. I'm gonna tell you how I fucked one of them up. We was in class. I don't know who was up in there with me, but it was a lot of niggas up in there because I used to have a bitch outside her body. You know what I mean? Because she just couldn't come get me with some shit she read out of a book. You know what I'm talking about? I will always be able to like. I just think quick and I'm witty as shit. I've lived life, so you'll never be able to say nothing that you'll just never be able to say nothing. You won't, because anything you telling me is coming out of a book. This is not a real life situation. A book tells you if you get mad, step back, take a deep breath, hold your breath for a few seconds, then come back through the. But confrontations just don't go like that. You know what I'm talking about? Just like that nigga came up to Nutty and hit him in the head with a stick. So I guess he was just supposed to sit there hold while a motherfucker still over him with a stick. That shit don't make no sense. Because a life can't prepare you for real life shit. It can't. It can give you some game and a little bit here and there, but that shit can't prepare you for a real life situation, bro. The only thing that can prepare you for a real life situation is a real life situation, nigga. That's the only thing, because you could train, do all that shit. You can go over everything in the book, bruh, and then the gun go off. You don't know how you gonna react. You could think you gonna react you know what I mean? You could think you're going to react. You ain't gonna never know until you in that situation, folks. You ain't. In your head, you probably think you could whoop 3 motherfuckers at the same time until 3 motherfuckers rocked up on you. You could think or believe whatever you want to, bruh. Until you been through that shit, you don't know what the fuck you gonna do. We just got that shit bad. Sympathy Squad Saturday. On some real shit. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say about the site. That bitch was talking all that shit out the book. So I got them just to talking good, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, they was just around their mouth just talking good, you know what I'm talking about? So now they got to talking about all escapades and shit at the club. And the bitch was talking about how she was up in there dancing and another bitch for no reason hating on her because she had long hair, I guess, and just came by and yanked her ponytail. And I asked that bitch when she did that, did you just take some breaths? And she said, no, I chased that bitch down. Exactly. Then when she realized she had said that, all of a sudden we segue way too much in this class. Let's get back on schedule and all that shit. Nah, bitch, you just reading that shit, just like the Bible. That shit sound good to somebody come pull on your motherfucking hair. Then you gonna find a reason, you know what I'm talking about, to go on and get down for your crown. That's why I just don't, like, I take all the game I need that could help me from somebody, but I'm just not really into listening to people when it comes to shit like that, even though I like as much information as I could get. But I don't, because I done been in too much shit, folks. Me. I have been in too much shit to see, like, that shit just don't be happening the way they be saying that shit. It don't. That's why the best thing you could ever do is just get your mind right, period, bruh. Stop sitting around this motherfucker looking for sympathy and crying and shit and wanting somebody to feel sorry for you. Because you know when motherfuckers start getting attention for that shit, they go on a motherfucking victim tour. They gonna stop at a million places, bruh. A million motherfucking places to go tell them how they got victimized. They go on a motherfucking victim tour. You say something stuck in the screen. I don't know what it is, bro. But short, I went to bed. Otherwise, it's already morning. Let's write off tomorrow. Write off tomorrow, man. But on some real shit. That's why I'm just not big on people, bro. I'm just big. I got enough common sense to wiggle through the world. Even though I made a lot of bad decisions and all this shit, I still have enough common sense in my head to gauge shit right. You get what I'm saying? But just the life I live, bad life, and just the regular life. And I wasn't doing nothing to put myself at risk. You feel what I'm saying? It's been the same shit. It has. And I know one of you old smart asses, it's only the same shit because we listen, folks. All I could do is live the life I've lived. You know what I'm talking about? I'm sure we could all look back in hindsight. I should have did this, that, this. I didn't, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I did what I did. So now I got to make the best of it now. Even though I'm behind the needle. And I'm cool with that. But what I'm saying if you sit around and just listen to another motherfucker tell you what to do, now once again, on some business shit, that's cool, because a motherfucker could pass you down some game you ain't know about where you could get you some pecans. I'm not saying that, bruh. But, I don't know, bro. I'm just not listening to nobody. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't listening to nobody, bro. Because people be giving you advice from shit they willing to do and not willing to do. You know what I'm talking about? But they willing to do what they not willing to do. So a motherfucker been and came. You see all that shit coming out now. Motherfucker been and came and you be looking at a motherfucker, they up, a actor or something or whatever the fuck. A motherfucker, you don't know what a motherfucker did to even get to that position. You get what I'm saying? That's why it ain't really cool to be sitting around wanting shit other people got. Because a lot of times you don't know what them people had to go through. And I ain't even talking about no funny shit. Because everybody got their own struggle. You don't know what a motherfucker done been through, bruh. You don't. You be sitting around here, bro. Motherfucker done put in hard blood, sweat, and tears and some shit, and you just want it. You just want it. But on this motherfucker, man, I'm just sick of hearing the motherfucker talk about the bitch, talk about the nigga. Somebody always doing something to a motherfucker, man. I wouldn't even feel comfortable. Not even comfortable, bro. Like, I don't even get that. Especially as no man. Just come up here, especially you old. I'm talking about niggas older than me. Y'all down there, them niggas be down there like 68 years old. And they want to come up here, because you know the part that just really burns me up. Everybody, I don't give a fuck. Whoever talking about a nigga and whoever talking about a bitch. Y'all keep coming to the real, explaining somebody that you was fucking with, bruh. You can't come up here and tell little nephew that you gotta watch out for this shit because a bitch done whooped you across your head. That ain't even what you telling him, man. You pump some other game into him. Just be aware, man. Ain't a nigga about a bitch, a nigga, anybody, bruh. Just be aware. You know what I'm talking about? Don't dive in, nigga. Analyze the motherfucking situation and shit, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Analyze the motherfucking situation and shit, bruh. You gonna come in preaching all that gloom, and that used to be the bitches, bro. I'm telling you, that just used to be the old bitter ass aunties. Now you have the niggas doing it. The niggas doing it. You wanna surround a little nephew, keep making these posts talking about how the bitch done drug your trick ass somewhere cause you's a trick, bruh. And y'all don't be getting that. You be all sucker for a bitch ass nigga. Then you want to come up here crying about somebody did you some kind of way. No, that was you, bruh. Because I just don't get you can leave, folks. It's that easy, folks. I swear to God. You know what I'm talking about? You can just leave. You don't have to sit around and accept nobody's shit. You just don't, bruh. You can leave. On everything I love. But for some reason, we don't. Then we sit up here and motherfucking cry about us not stop fucking with somebody. Somebody we could have just dropped. But we don't want to do that. We want to sit over there and take what y'all consider is abuse, bruh, then come back to the world talking about how somebody did you, but you will never once say how you did yourself. You ain't. You gonna blame it all on the bitch and you loved her, and or you gonna blame it on the nigga, I did this, even though you the one telling this you did all this. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all be crazy with that shit. You'll come paint your own narrative about some shit that don't even matter, and you'll pass that shit on down to the nephew. You trying to prepare this nigga for a bitch he ain't gonna never meet. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all kill me with that. Just like you hoes, y'all kill me with that. Nah, bitch, it's you, goofy ass bitch. That's what it is you. Look out for that, man. You hoes be running around here and it be the brokest bitch running around this motherfucker talking about some money. It do. It be the brokest bitch running around this motherfucker talking about some money. You'll just call me broke then, nigga. You better ask nigga way back, nigga, when they I told you, nigga, when we went to the movies, nigga. Motherfucker sitting here playing, nigga. I paid for my ticket and walked up in there, nigga. That bitch was outside the ticket place, nigga. They looking at me talking about, DB, how you going, man? I'm not paying for that bitch ticket. Y'all got me fucked up. Not I. You can call me broke or whatever the fuck you want to call me, bitch. I was going to see the movie. I was good. We had weed, finna go get some popcorn, nachos and shit. I'm not paying for shit, bitch. I ain't. Yeah, you'll never get me like that. I ain't never understood that shit, bro, since I was little. A date, like they just put that shit in your head that a nigga is supposed to be the, man, that's that shit from them old people, bro. Just like how them old people believe a bitch should be barefooted and pregnant. But y'all stopped that shit a long time ago. Nuh-uh, that ain't what y'all expect a nigga to, what y'all call that shit, shimmeries, chivalry or what, man? Please. Chivalry my ass. You know what I'm talking about? I could be romantic when I want to be. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, that ain't my motherfucking, nah, that ain't my motherfucking thing. Not me. Meeting up with hella bitches going on a date, man. Man, look, bitch, I'm over here. And you better ask them people, man. You know what I'm talking about? We had a saying back in the day, ain't nothing around here but dick and dope. You know what I'm talking about over there on that 7400 one way. I promise you. Oh, motherfucking date, bitch. Nigga, we gonna be on a porch, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That was different from then. Back then, you could just take a bitch to the porch. Nigga go to the date on the porch, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? In the dice game, you know what I'm talking about? It ain't that way no more, man. That's not just how you know how people mental is, though, man. In the real world, I can't stand when people come around this motherfucker relaying that shit they just heard because this is just a popular thing to say now. Everybody running around here talking about you the prize and this and I know my worth and man, please, please. You know your worth. If you knew your worth, you'll be trying to borrow some money so your motherfucking account wouldn't be overdraft. You'll be trying to borrow some money from everybody, nigga, and get your motherfucking your shit back to motherfucking even. Your worth, y'all crazy as a motherfucker with that shit. Everybody, bruh. You got niggas running around this motherfucker throwing on suits. Now all of a sudden you worth something that makes you high value. Motherfucker, something straight out of the comic book. Told you y'all the stereotype to people, man. Y'all funny as a motherfucker, bro. Y'all look like nerds. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You niggas look like nerds, man. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Nephew, sis, old man, old lady. Hey, what you say, bro? Old lady. You know what I'm talking about? You niggas look like nerds, bro. This shit hella funny. It really is, bro. It's damn near like y'all got the people in the real world stuck inside the computer. Like even in the real world, they in the computer. Hella old, y'all got the y'all got pawpaw out here. Hella old niggas wearing purses around their abdominals and shit. Hella still trying to look hip. That shit crazy as motherfucker. I just seen the nigga look like that nigga Jamie Foxx uncle on the Jamie Foxx show when that nigga was trying to keep up with his bitch. When that young nigga kept coming to take her dancing and shit. That nigga started dressing up in hella felines and puff coats and shit, putting on hella backpacks and shit, man. This shit is funny, bro. Funny. It's like you won't even use your own common sense. It's just like you watching the next person and whatever this motherfucker do, that's what you gonna do. That's what you into. I told you working at McDonald's, but everybody riding BMW, so guess what you can't wait to get yours. Sympathy squad, man. Sympathy squad, folks. And then you gonna have 90 million other motherfuckers who don't have a life to chime in, straight nerds. Cause now they'll tell you what social media thinks like that means something. What the people are saying, man, y'all don't get the fuck out of here. Y'all act like that whole way. This is what they saying on social media. Man, y'all don't get the fuck out of here, man. When the last time you been outside, nigga? Like our under minivan. That motherfucker nice too. Yellow motherfuckers jumped up out that motherfucker like, ew. 6, 7 motherfuckers jumped up out that motherfucker like, ew. They got the low one to the low one too. That motherfucker nice. Sympathy squad, man. Then we gonna have the cavalry. And then we gonna have the cavalry. We gonna flood these motherfucking sites and tell you our opinion. Cause when we say go, it's crazy as a motherfucker, bro. That's a motherfucker. Or I can say I've lived in a world where a bunch of nobodies can invisibly be somebody, then gotta go back to being nobody. They done made this computer like crack to you, man. They have. They have. We living in some of the dangerous times where everybody walking around this motherfucker with their face in their phone. That shit crazy as a motherfucker. I had a video just popped up on my phone when I just said that. Hey, where that motherfucking little nephew, that nigga was in that I don't know where that nigga was at, but he was live talking hellish shit. You know what I'm talking about? Man, them niggas pulled up in there, hit that nigga straight in his motherfucking mouth. Cause he thought it was a game. Like I know everybody's seen that video, but in my mind, the thing that stood out to me in that video was you was talking all this shit on this live. All these niggas you was just talking about pushed up on you, and you still up in there like you was part of that gang or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like hella niggas then push up on you, screaming in the thing, bruh, and you still screaming in the phone. Like it never crossed your mind that this shit finna go down. It never crossed your mind. It was almost like you thought everything was just a game. Like y'all was gonna do all that shit and they was just gonna leave, bruh. Like, and then they hit you in your mouth. But it was like you didn't even have no, like, where's those survival skills at, nephew? It was like you thought y'all was just gonna sit in the camera and throw up gang signs. Like it never once crossed your mind that all these niggas might have came up in here to beat my ass. And it was like, bruh, you didn't even run. It was like you sat right there still worried about this shit right here when you are in immediate danger. And that's the shit I'm talking about, bruh. You still up there throwing gang signs and shit like, these niggas something straight out of the comic book. You didn't even run. You had a chance to run when them niggas was in your throwing up their gang signs. I didn't get that. Like, what did you think you was doing? If you couldn't have run, you might as well swung first. But you sitting up there playing. And after all the niggas still just hauled off on you. And it ain't even the fact, like I said, that you got punched. That wasn't even a fact to me. It was like I just didn't understand where your where was your survival sense at, nephew? Like I ain't get that, bro. But that's the state we in. Like everything is a game. We still trying to talk to the internet when we are in immediate danger. Like they got some kind of thing in your mind, like you think going live or like can help you at that immediate time. It can't, bro. But you would rather so-called let the world know what's going on with you at this moment right here, bro. You more worried about that shit than getting yourself up out of the immediate danger you in. Don't make no sense, bro. Y'all something straight out of comic book. I ain't gonna lie to you, folks. That shit makes absolutely no sense. You'll be in immediate danger, and the first thought in your motherfucking mind is to go live. Something straight up out of comic book, man. Something straight up out of comic book, folks. I told you, man, there's anything for attention. Anything goes now. Anything goes, bruh. And I told you, you get so used to playing, like, you won't even understand when you're in danger. Because you think somebody then pulled up on you to still play some internet games. That's what I'm telling you, bro. You can get used to playing them games if you want to. Because you ain't gonna know the difference. You're gonna let that shit blend in with you, and you still act like you trolling on the computer or something. when you in immediate danger. Or something going on, nigga, you getting chased by the police and you go live. Like you outside the car running to go live. Like you might not have to hop over a fence or something. You still got your phone in your hand. You ain't even got access to both of your hands. You just in so much of a rush to catch this shit on camera so the people can see. And don't even have a mask on. So you act like even after if you get away, you act like the police don't know who you is. Like, yeah, I don't get it, bro. Y'all something straight up out of comic book. Anything for attention. Anything for attention, man. And we gonna come up here and motherfucking. That's just the thing to me, man. If you did something, that's what I'm telling you. Like, I ain't gonna say me and a lot of people don't get along, but like, bruh, I don't understand it. Like, you could tell me, I'm gonna listen to you, bruh, but I don't understand it if you made a choice. You know what I'm talking about? All I'm saying is when you made the choice, people understand you made that choice. And that's whatever happened, that's where it went wrong at, or that's where it went good at. From the moment you made that choice. Now, don't sit right here and make that motherfucking choice, and then all of a sudden it's somebody else's fault about the choice you made. Because if you make that motherfucking choice and shit go all good, you ain't gonna give that credit to nobody else. You gonna sit up there and look like Albert Einstein to people. And you just knew it, and all you had to do was do that, and I believed in myself. All them stories coming after that. Ain't nobody gonna get credit if you make the right choice. They only gonna get blamed when you make the wrong one. You know what I'm talking about? You just gotta understand the part, like you playing your own life, folks. I'm telling you, nigga, bitch ran off with a boat. You know what I'm talking about? Like 30,000 and some other shit that I was invested in. That shit would have equaled out around 35, 37,000. You know what I'm talking about? And nigga, I can't sit here and say, oh, nigga, the bitch. Nah, nigga, I had to understand how I even let that shit happen, nigga. Like, where the fuck was I at? What was your antennas? You know what I'm talking about? When them bitches running around here. You know what I'm talking about? I can't blame that bitch, bro. I blame myself, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? I should have been way sharper than that. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't nobody else's fault, nigga. It was my fault for putting myself in that situation. That's what it was. But we don't want to sit up here and say that, bruh. Because we need, just like them invisible entities. I'm just telling y'all, man, all that shit get on my nerves, bruh. The devil, all that shit, bruh. That, man, I don't be wanting to hear that shit. It was you. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't no motherfucking devil. I mean, how many times is it gonna be the devil? So it wasn't you not once? Nah, man. I don't be looking for excuses. I don't, bruh. Because I realize that shit stunts your growth, folks. I realize that's how I went to jail so motherfucking much. I realized that's how I didn't understand till hella later on. And I've always been sharp, but I didn't really get it. You know what I'm talking about? I got it a little bit. I've always been one of the sharpest motherfuckers. I'm telling you, I remember my people told me that one time. They was laughing at me, blood in the car. I ain't lying to you. Bitch was laughing like, DB, you smart. You know what I'm talking about? And they thought that shit was funny because I was smart. So just imagine what kind of motherfuckers they was hanging around. You know what I'm talking about? They thought me being smart was funny. Just imagine the motherfuckers they was hanging around. You must have been hanging around so many dumb motherfuckers. It was like, that shit was funny when y'all came across a nigga with sense. Always had sense, bruh. Just always had too much pride. And that shit ain't good sometimes. But sometimes it is. You're gonna need a little bit of that to make it on through. You just can't let your pride over. See, I don't even know when they about that either, bruh. When they be like, you gotta put your pride to the side. I mean, I get the gist of it, but like, I don't really know if I believe in that. I think that shit is just for certain situations. You know what I'm talking about? I think that shit is for certain situations. But sometimes you don't put your pride to the side, bruh. Sometimes you gotta stand on your pride. You do. Because if you just always put your pride to the side, that's like how the black folks was back in the day, bruh. You gotta bite your tongue and all that shit. And, that shit ain't just for every situation, bruh. It's not. Hell no, it ain't. So you'll be listening to that shit, nigga, to where you always putting your pride to the side. Next thing you know, you a mark. Or not a mark, but like, nigga, you could be at a job or something, nigga, just come over here, bitch, and do this shit right now, boy. But just because you need a job, you gotta put your pride to the side. Hell no, nigga. Whatever you asked me to go get when I come over here with the whatever I had to go get, I hope it was something heavy. I'm gonna come over here and crack your ass upside the head with it, boy. When I do get back over here, I hope you call me over here to get a motherfucking a motherfucking metal 2x4. That's what I hope you send me over there to get. I'll be right back, sir. You know what I'm talking about? Crack you straight across your motherfucking head, nigga. On everything, bruh. So all that shit, like, don't get caught up just listening to all that shit, bruh. You gotta go see for yourself. Cause a lot of that shit, bruh, just be that shit just be situational, folks. That shit just be situational, bruh. I just like a motherfucker talking about turning the other cheek and you shouldn't. All that shit sounds good, bruh. And if you could do that, it's cool. I was always told that. My daddy told me that since I was little. You know what I'm talking about? Say, look, man, you don't really want to get into nothing, man. So try to avoid the situation. You feel me? But he said, when you see that you can't avoid the situation and it's gonna be a fight, get off. That's what he told me. His exact words. Get off. Once you realize a fight is gonna happen, get off. Yeah, man. That's just how it be out here in this motherfucker, bruh. But just understand the motherfucking choice you made. You feel me? Yeah, understand the choice you made. Because once you understand the choice you made, you might stop blaming other people for the choice you made. You know what I'm talking about? Like that there. On some real shit. Because we sit around this earth, man. You know how many motherfuckers still walking around this motherfucker blaming their mama and their daddy for some shit. And they grown as hell. And they still, for some reason, talking about what happened when they grew up, bruh. Like, nigga, all that shit happened, bruh, but like, ain't none of that shit got nothing to do with me, bruh. That shit ain't never crossed my mind, bruh. About my mama and daddy, and this is why I'm the way I am. Man, I ain't even never thought about that shit. I'm the way I am because that's the way I am, bruh. My mama nor my daddy had nothing to do with that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, if I would have grew up rich or something, I probably would have had enough, but I didn't, nigga. I grew up where I grew up at, so I was gonna have the same, nigga. If I had different parents or anything else, and I grew up where I grew up at, bruh, I was gonna have the same motherfucking thought process. I was. Cause I've always been a motherfucker I wanted to do what I wanted to do, bruh. I wasn't listening. I wasn't gonna listen to nobody, nigga. If I had some Chinese parents, I wouldn't listen to them either, in Chinese. I just didn't want to hear that shit, bruh. I was I don't know. I was just I don't even want to say angry little kid, man. I just been special ever since I was little. You know what I'm talking about? That's the best way to explain it. I've just been special since I was little, bruh. But I realized a long time ago I was gonna do it my way, bruh. I ain't just developed this mindset. I just sharpened it, but I ain't just developed this mindset, bruh. Hella shit didn't make no sense to me when I was little. I told you I used to get whoopings and shit and have to go to bed because that Bible or something like that, bruh. Nigga, since a kid, you just couldn't tell me something that didn't make sense. I was one of them niggas. For real. I was always getting whoopings. I was always on punishment about some shit that didn't sound right. For real. And they thought I was just acting up at school. Hell no, bruh. That shit don't make no sense. And they'll get mad, like they'll make it seem like you defiant when they can't. Like you can ask somebody a question, bro, and if they can't answer it, or you done got them stuck somewhere, bro, they gonna automatically make it seem like you defiant. And that goes anywhere around the world, bro, on some real shit. Anytime you ask somebody some shit and they stuck and they can't explain some shit you asked them, from that point on, they gonna try to make it seem like you crazy. They just gonna switch the whole narrative on you. They gonna make it seem like you argumentative, you defiant and all that, bro. And that's how I used to stay in trouble when I was little. I used to stay into it with the teachers. You just couldn't come tell me nothing, bro. Just like I was hella little. Nigga, we went down there to Louisiana. And, you know, down south, they be saying, yes, sir, no, ma'am, and all. I ain't saying that shit, bro. I ain't bullshitting with you. I ain't saying that shit. And they made a big-ass thing up out of that because I was a little kid, and they seen it as disrespectful. First of all, I don't even live in Louisiana. And I'm never gonna say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. You know what I'm talking about? I don't even play that shit. I don't. That's too much like a slave or a motherfucking whatever it is. I ain't never said that shit, bruh. You can whoop my ass all day. I ain't saying that shit, nigga. I'm from East Oakland. I don't even live out here in Louisiana, bruh. Like I'm just supposed to change my vocabulary for these weeks we out here. Man, fuck y'all. My daddy thought that shit was funny. He did. Cause he knew I wasn't gonna do that shit. And they was trying to get on, all the older people was trying to pull this nigga to the side. And all the old men anyway. The ladies wasn't even tripping. They was talking about, oh, y'all know he's city folk. They wasn't even tripping. But the older man, I guess that was disrespectful to him. Man, get the fuck up out of here with that shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Don't let nobody else tell you what's disrespectful and respectful. Because that's what they doing now. That's what they done did to the bitches forever. If you notice, like I said this, like, when I first started my channel, like the first 3 videos. Because my mama, she can't stand when I say bitch. Just like I said that though, but you know, her favorite part, you know what her favorite part of the movie is in life? When that nigga, I told you, when the nigga said, what bitch you talking about? The bitch I start choking when she come back up in here. You know what I'm talking about? They ain't got no, they just got a problem with me saying bitch. They ain't got no problem with Eddie Murphy saying bitch. See, that's why I never go for that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out mama, love you, mama. DOT, I'm calling mama as soon as I get off this motherfucker too. But yeah, man. And just like bitches, they don't find that word disrespectful. They just find it disrespectful when niggas say it. Cause they sit around each other all day in the strip club. Bitch, bitch, you know what I'm talking about? So you don't find the word disrespectful. You just find it disrespectful when men say it. You know what I'm talking about? Which is boozy to me. Cause you don't have a problem with the word, really. You just got a problem when I say it. Fuck you, bitch. That's some real shit. It can't be disrespectful if another woman can call you bitch. Now, I know some women out there, they can't stand that word, period. And I respect them. They don't play about that shit about a nigga or a bitch saying that shit. They just don't like that word. Shout out to them. So I get it if you wanted them, but if you wanted them, bitches running around here when you and your bitch and all that old shit, don't say nothing to me, man. You know what I'm talking about? Go on somewhere with that shit. Because you don't have a problem with it. You just have a problem. I say it. So fuck y'all. On some real shit. Just know the choice you made, bitch, is the one you made. You can't come talk about you a motherfucking the niggas, the bitches. You can't come talk about something that you is, nigga, after you did it. You can't. Bitch, you can't run around here and act like a nigga then left you or with whatever the fuck it was. Bitch, you knew that shit was a possibility when you had a baby. You knew once you got pregnant. You should have understood that when you was fucking. Because nobody ever acts like they never understand what could be repercussion and shit. You know what I'm talking about? And then they do the shit. Then when the consequence come or the repercussion come, then all of a sudden, it's a problem. Like if we would have put this much thought process into the shit before we was doing it, we wouldn't have a problem. But no, we want to do something first, and then all of a sudden make a motherfucking excuse or try to get some sympathy or some shit afterwards. And we would have put that much thought into the shit before we actually came up with the problem we made for ourselves, it wouldn't be no problem. But we'll make a problem for ourselves. Then we'll act like we need sympathy for our choice. But what do I know? Only you can prevent forest fires, man. And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember, it don't cost nothing. Just to show a little bit of that love.